Guys, from now onwards, our programming lessons will be started. In this session, we are going to learn how to print patterns in console. Console means a terminal in Ubuntu, or you can get an in Windows using Windows key plus R. You can get an prompt like this. In that, if you put a CMD here, and one window will be open. This is called as console. So we are printing a pattern in console. Okay, here are these examples. This first example is like an steps, and second example is this. So we have to print these patterns using programming. Um, okay, let us start it. Okay, this is our example 1. I'm copying this here, and then so that means our input will be an integer. Input format will be an integer. defines the length defines the length of the pattern. Means here the length is 5. Okay, and output is like this. A pattern like a steps in console. So let us start a programming here. Before starting a programming here, we have to analyze some iterations. Hope you know already about iterations in programming. Like I'm using I have already said that I will be use C++ for the programming. So for the first loop here, so I'm going to say how to analyze the pattern. Here going first line prints the star at one time, and second line prints 2 times, and third line prints 3 times, fourth line print times fourth line prints 4 stars, and fifth line prints 5 stars. So by analyzing this, each and every line prints its uh, the number of stars itself. Like if we iterate an I and if we iterate a variable from 1 to n, so here if we iterate a variable from 1 to 5, it iterates like 1 2 3 4 5, and we have another iterator. Let us call this iterator as I, and this iterator is called as j, and this iterator will be 1 to I. Hope you understand what I am saying. The iterator I will iterate from 1 to n, and iterator j will iterate from 1 to I. So if we trace it back, we will get this pattern. Like I will be 1 for the first time, and j will be the 1 to 1, means only 1, and then I 1 to 2, then that means I will go to 2, and j will go 1 and 2, and iterator I will be 3, and j will be 1 2 3, like it iterates. So if we print j times here, we can get the pattern. Let us go to an example. Let us go to the program now. I am using Dev C++ as my compiler, and here I am writing my code. This is our header file, and this is our common namespace. Hope you know about C++. If you don't know, you can write your own in your own programming language by analyzing my code. Here I'm defining a variable t and scanning it. You can ask to the user as but when you go to the programming competitions, there will be here we see the output format is this. There is no enter a variable, enter a number like this. So we don't have to print that pattern, we don't have to print that syntax here. we have to we have to print the output only. So when we go into the programming competitions, we have to skip this line, but we are just learning, so I'm putting it. And then, as I already said, we have to iterate an I from 1 to n, means I am taking is t, I plus plus, and then we are taking another variable j, int j equal to 1 to j less than or equals to I, j plus plus. And I have already said that we have to print j times j stars. So cout cout means print here, cout star space, and after every j we have to print a new line. As we see here, each and every j times printing there is a new line. So here I'm printing a new line here. That's it. Return 0 for successful submission. So I'm running this code by pressing F11. Here the console comes. I'm entering a value 6. The C, our output is 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? Okay, we'll run it again. Okay, let's try with another example. Execute and run. Here I got, I'm giving input as 11 here. Nice, you got the output, right? Yeah. So this would be the logic. Okay. So our first example is completed. So we are going to do the second example now. The second example has all the same pattern like 1 2 3 4 5, but the order is, the positions are changed. First they contain some spaces and then they print the stars. So for this program I'm using the same logic as per the first program. So okay, first let us analyze the logic for this. We have example here. I'm copying it, pasting it in. Okay, this is our example 2. So let's start analyzing it. So as before the example, here we have same count of stars, like first line contains single star, second line contains 2 stars, third line contains 3 stars, fourth line contains 4 stars, fifth line contains 5 stars. So here my logic is we have to iterate the same as for the first pattern I to T, and second iterator for 1 to I. This is for printing the stars, but we have to print these before stars also for getting this pattern. So before printing the stars we have to print the spaces, but how could we know how many spaces we have to print? by analyzing this. Uh, Let us take, for example, here total. Let us take that there is no spaces here, so then pattern would be like star, 3 spaces, 2 star, 2 space, 3 star, single space, 4 star, and no space, 5 star. So here the logic would be like this. Okay, so now analyze these spaces now. Here we have 4, here 3, 2, 1. So what you could say, we iterate another loop, for example taken as k, iterate into 1 to t minus I. 1 to t minus I spaces and 1 to I stars are needed for printing this pattern. So let us write this code for this. Okay, as previous, our screen, our default namespace. People who are not using C++ can skip these steps. Enter t, and now the logic starts. For I equal to 1 to t I plus plus. In this loop, I'm iterating as per our logic. I'm iterating k from 1 to t minus I. So int k equals to 1 to k less than or equals to t minus I, and then k plus plus. Here we have to print spaces, and then for int j equals to j equals to 1 up to I, as we discussed in this logic, 1 to I, 1 to t minus I. So k equals to 1 to I, j, sorry, the iterator j will start from 1 and to up to j up to I, and then j plus plus. We have to print star space here, and then as in previous program we have to print a new line for coming down the pattern. So from new end line pattern 0. Okay, this is just giving randomly, so don't care about it. And then this is our program. So we will run it now, compile and run. So by compiling and running, here I didn't use cout to get to intimate the user, so we didn't ask me anything. But if we print, for example, if we give 6 here, the pattern will be printed. Okay, let us check it again. Execute, compile and run. Here I got the count again and giving an input as 12. Right, we got the pattern here. So hope you like it, and I hope you understand it. If you have any problem or any doubts regarding this problem, you can ask me down there in comments. Let me give you an example for practicing. Okay. Example 3 is for your test, and I want to give you like 5, 4, 3. This is your test. If you want to learn the programming well, you have to practice it more than learning or by watching our videos. This is very important. Practicing programming will lead you to success. So hope you liked it. Please like, share and comment, and do subscribe too. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.